She had left early that morning, suitcase in hand, ready for what she called a quick work trip. The plan was simple: 3 days away, a chance to focus on her project without the usual distractions. As she kissed me goodbye, I smiled and told her to have a good time, even though a small part of me felt the house would be too quiet without her. The first night passed slowly. I found myself checking my phone more than usual, waiting for a message or call that never came. Then her text appeared. Her trip was going to be longer than expected. She apologized for the change of plans, explaining that some meetings had been added last minute. I replied immediately, "Take your time," hoping she'd feel supported rather than pressured. Deep down, I knew it wasn't just about work. There was something more she wasn't saying. Days turned into almost a week, and the silence from her end grew heavier. I tried calling, but often she was busy or didn't pick up. Still, I kept telling myself to be patient. "Take your time," I typed again and again in my mind. Even when loneliness crept in like an unwanted guest, I convinced myself it was what she needed: to focus, to grow professionally, and maybe to find a bit of herself outside our routine. But late one evening, the truth finally slipped out. When she called, her voice was shaky and distant. She confessed that the extra days weren't just about work. There had been an argument with a colleague, and she needed space to think. More than that, she admitted she felt overwhelmed at home, unsure if her career and our life together could truly coexist. My heart ached hearing her vulnerability, but I stayed calm and reminded her gently, "Take your time. We'll figure it out together." When she finally came back, things weren't instantly fixed, but the air between us was clearer. That longer trip had given us both space to reflect, to understand our fears and hopes. Sometimes, taking time apart isn't about distance, it's about learning how close you really want to be. And in that quiet stretch, I realized that "take your time" wasn't just a phrase. It was a promise to be patient, to listen, and to love even when things are uncertain.